We're going through the pros and cons of moving to Alabama in 2025, the full picture. Alabama clearly offers a rich lifestyle full of opportunity, natural beauty, and cultural charm. But no place is perfect. And today, I'm gonna go over all the challenges that you should definitely be aware of if you're considering making a move. So, before you pack your bags for sweet tea and sunshine, let's talk about the real reasons you should or should not consider moving to Alabama, particularly right down here in Baldwin County on the Gulf Coast. Yes, Alabama is full of charm, and yes, it's cheaper than a lot of other places, but not cheaper than everywhere, and maybe not as cheap as you think. So here's what you must know before making a move. Hi, I'm Amanda Eckart, your local real estate expert right here in Baldwin County, and I made the move myself from New York with my girls, so I know all about the ups and the downs of relocating here. And today, I'm breaking it down for you, the real pros and the real cons of moving to Alabama in 2025. So let's get to it. First, the number one reason why so many people are moving here is because of the affordability. It's more affordable than most states, and you get a lot of house for your money here. You can get brand new construction starting for as little as $250,000. And like most places in the rest of the country, prices have gone up here in Baldwin County. There's an average of 19 or 20 people moving here every single day. So demand is high, and the prices over the last few years have increased dramatically. Here in Baldwin County, like I said, you can get homes starting at $250,000. However, homes along the Eastern Shore are going to be in the $400,000 and $500,000, and then if you're going to look down on the Gulf Coast, you could still easily pay $700,000 or $800,000 for a home. The average price of a home in Baldwin County right now is in the $390,000, and like I said, this is factoring in 1,300 square foot new construction homes in the rural areas like Summerdale, Robertsdale, and Loxley. And it's also factoring in the coastal areas like Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, where you're going to be paying $800,000 on average. So the bottom line is, whether you want a new community on the Eastern Shore with great stores, great schools, and a great vibe, or you want to be able to walk to the beach, you're going to have to pay different prices in different areas, and each of the towns in Baldwin County offers different things. So knowing where you want to go is going to be an important part of your decision, and it's going to play into the affordability factor of Baldwin County. However, when I moved here from New York, I was shocked at how much house I got for my money. I got 3 times the house and very little taxes. I got big closets, I got a big garage, I got a lot of space, a nice backyard, and a neighborhood with sidewalks where the kids could go out and play with their friends, and the lifestyle change was dramatic for us. It was well worth the expense, and the standard of living was overall so much better than we were used to. Not only that, but we have the most beautiful scenery and love spending time outdoors. My weekends, well, they usually start by taking a walk along Mobile Bay underneath the shaded oak trees, or playing some pickleball with my kids. Maybe if we're lucky enough to have time in the afternoon, we'll drive about 45 minutes to the Gulf Shore beaches to catch a sunset or the last sunshine of the day, maybe go out to a nice coastal dinner. There is no shortage of outdoor activities around here. Lots of them are free. When you look at the Gulf State Park activities, riding bikes through the beautiful trails over the lake, or kayaking through Graham Creek Nature Preserve, or taking a hike through Blakely Park and Spanish Fort, there are just so many places to enjoy. We have 32 miles of free public beaches, no entrance fees, lots of free places to park. Just grab your towel and enjoy. We have 14 golf courses with all kinds of affordable options available. So no matter what you are looking for, you're going to find something to do. There's tons of festivals, seafood cook-offs, art walks. There's always something fun and affordable. And right now it's Mardi Gras season, which is a whole other activity to itself. If you didn't know, Mardi Gras started right over here in Mobile. Not only that, but Alabama also offers some of the lowest property taxes in the entire country. For example, a $300,000 house here will likely pay under $1,000 a year. If you could find a $300,000 house anywhere else, you could very easily be paying 5, 6, or even 7 times that amount. Coming from New York, where property taxes were brutal, I was blown away when I saw how affordable the taxes are here in Alabama. Alabama's effective property tax rate is only 0.36%. That's the second lowest in the entire nation. So on a $400,000 house, you'd be looking at about $1,400 a year. Back in New York, you could easily pay 5 times that. Plus, if you're retiring, listen up, because Alabama does not tax Social Security benefits. So many retirees are looking at Foley, Alabama, which was just named the #1 place in America to retire. So there are lots of advantages, and affordability is the #1 reason why so many people are moving here. Another great reason why people are moving here is because the job market is growing. Alabama's economy is thriving with opportunities. Aerospace, healthcare, tech, we have so much going on here. And there are industries that you might not have even known were right down here in South Alabama. The aerospace industry is not just in Huntsville. Right here, Mobile is expanding in so many ways, and we have so much opportunity going over here to Baldwin County in shipbuilding, high-tech, high-paying jobs. It's not just about building sandcastles anymore. We're building rockets and cutting-edge marine vessels too. The tech sector is also making waves here with computer and mathematical occupations commanding an average salary of around $96,000 a year. This reflects the growing demand for skilled professionals in technology-related fields, proving that you don't have to be in Silicon Valley to have a thriving tech career here in Alabama. And in aerospace, Airbus is completing a new final assembly line here in Mobile, Alabama, creating over 1,000 new jobs for engineers, technicians, and administrative staff. A variety of opportunities for everyone. Plus, in maritime and shipping, the Port of Mobile is expanding rapidly. They are doing a $400 million expansion that's going to generate 750 new jobs, boosting the roles of logistics, warehousing, and operations. Engineering here is huge, with the University of South Alabama also making innovation, and South Alabama's new Innovation and Research Park is partnering with tech startups, adding 300 tech sector jobs. Plus, we have healthcare with Infirmary Health opening a new Baldwin County medical campus and hiring 500 professionals across nursing, administration, and specialty services. Not to mention, of course, what we are most well known for, tourism and hospitality. The Gulf Shores Entertainment District project is expected to create 400 new jobs in hospitality and food service, plus lots of events and event management that's going to be going on. I recently worked with a couple who moved here for engineering roles at Airbus, and they decided to settle into the Fairhope area, which is just about 45 minutes from the beach and about 30 minutes from their new office in Mobile. It was a perfect spot for their family. They loved the schools, they loved the vibe, and by reaching out to me and finding the right place in Baldwin County where they were gonna feel comfortable, they are so happy with their new home. Another pro is the warm Southern hospitality and community spirit. Yes, it is all true. People here are genuinely nice and friendly. You will feel welcomed right away. When I moved here, my neighbors introduced themselves with homemade cookies, brownies, wine, lasagna. We opened up our door and found something on our doorstep for about a week straight. It was so nice. And to this day, everyone at the grocery store talks to you as you're checking out, when you're walking down the street. Every neighbor, everyone driving by gives a friendly wave, a friendly hello. I have 2 daughters that are just about driving age, and I was so much more relaxed with them about driving down here than up north, just knowing that people will stop and let you go ahead of them. They'll stop at the stop sign even if it's their turn. None of that aggressive driving, honking horns. No, it's laid back, which means you do also have to get used to things moving a little bit slower. But we'll cover that a little bit more when we get to the cons list. One more pro I want to go over. We have such a rich history and culture here. Alabama's Gulf Coast is a hub of Southern charm, wonderful music, and great Southern cuisine. Mardi Gras is a magical time with parades going on in Mobile, Daphne, Fairhope, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. The parades, moon pies, all the tosses, elegant balls, it creates weeks of celebration that you get to look forward to right after New Year's. I remember dreading the winter months as soon as New Year's ended. And here, the wreaths go up, everyone's party atmosphere comes out, and it is ready for Mardi Gras season. There is no lull, there is no dreary winter. Everyone is always ready for the next celebration, and it is wonderful. The floats, nighttime especially, are unbelievable. The lights, things flying through the air, catching all kinds of fun things. It is an experience that you will never forget. Put that with a crawfish boil and things really get fun. I savor all the times that my kids come home and ask to have crawfish because those little things take a long time to eat. And I will tell you, the conversation that we have with them and their friends around a big old pile of crawfish on the table is unlike anything we've ever had. It is an opportunity that I savor and I look forward to every single year. Another thing that we are so lucky to have is a vibrant music scene. We get legendary acts coming into the Wharf Amphitheater every single year, but also tons of other smaller venues all around Baldwin County have so much talent, and people really savor the music. It just runs through the blood, runs through the veins of everyone in Baldwin County, and it shows. It is fun, and it is a wonderful way to get out and enjoy the community that you live in. Last year we caught a couple shows at the Wharf, and this year my daughter and I just bought some tickets, and we were just deciding how many we were gonna get and who was going to be able to come down and visit us to take in one of these great shows this year. Tyler Childers is my favorite, and I cannot wait to see him at the Wharf this summer. So it sounds pretty great, right? But now let's shift gears and explore some of the challenges that you are going to face if you decide that this is the place that you want to move here to Baldwin County. First of all, rising homeowner insurance costs is real. I know across the country costs are going up, and they are skyrocketing like never before. While Florida is the most expensive place to have insurance right now in the country, Alabama is about 8th on the list. Insurance costs can sometimes be double what they might be in some other parts of the country. While we are still far behind Louisiana, Oklahoma, California, Florida, costs are going up, and finding out what the costs are going to be of your particular home is very important. It's also very important to know how to reduce those costs. And one of the ways that you can save money on your homeowner's insurance is by having a gold fortified home. A lot of the new construction in Baldwin County right now is gold fortified. And if you watch any of my other videos on the house tours, you'll see me point out some of the things that make homes gold fortified and get you that status. Now, if you purchase an older home, it is still possible to get fortification status, but there are different ways that you have to go about doing that. And if you have any questions about it, reach out to me and I'm happy to send you some information about that. So yes, living in coastal markets does come with risks and does come with higher insurance costs. Where you are along the coast can also affect how much your insurance is going to be. Northern places in Baldwin County might cost you less. My insurance has tripled since I moved down here, but also shopping carriers just saved me thousands of dollars on my insurance bills. So I know exactly which properties that might save you money and how to update your home to get the best storm protection and how to find a home outside of the higher risk zones that could save you a lot of money on your homeowner's insurance. So here's a pro tip. Get yourself a great real estate agent and a great insurance provider. They are worth their weight in gold around here. A good agent can guide you through properties that might have ways of keeping those insurance costs down. Now, while there's never a guarantee, there are definitely things that you should be on the lookout for. Getting a home with upgraded storm protection or one that's outside the highest risk zones are little details that can make a big difference in your long-term costs. Okay, the other thing that is absolutely true is we have brutal humidity and a lot of heat. You can expect lots of days over 90 degrees with heavy humidity from June through September. You can expect prolonged 90-degree days all throughout the summer, with humidity levels often exceeding 80%. This can create a stifling heat index, and if you don't like heat, that could be a problem for you. I happen to love the heat, even when it gets to be 100 degrees. What I find is that people get out earlier in the morning, and it really motivates me to get out for my walk before the middle of the day heat starts, and stay out later at night so that you're outside in the warmth, enjoying those summertime glasses of lemonade, just sweating with the humidity and the heat on your front porch, saying hi to neighbors, and being outside in the morning and at the night is a great way to spend those super hot days. I think that it's wonderful being outside and being able to enjoy all the outdoor activities 12 months out of the year is one of the reasons why I moved here. But if you don't like heat and you don't like humidity, Lower Alabama just might not be for you. One day in August, it was the middle of the day, I was walking to my car, you get inside and you were going to melt if you don't get that AC cranking. The other con to be aware of is that we do have some severe weather. There are tornado watches around here, and there are definitely hurricanes that do happen here on the coast. So, even though we have a lot of rain, we also have a lot of sun, which means that that rain can come in spurts, and you have to watch out for high flooding areas. When you're looking at a house, look very carefully at drainage, because sometimes when we get a storm, that rain will come, and it will come hard and fast. The other thing that we do not have a lot of in Baldwin County is public transportation. Plan to have a good car with good tires and plan to drive it a lot. Don't rely on Uber around here. Don't rely on Lyft, although they are getting a little bit more widespread. I remember when I first moved here, I tried to schedule an Uber to take me to an early morning flight out of the Pensacola airport, and I waited around 30 or 40 minutes before I realized that this was never actually coming, and I had to get in my car and go. Luckily, I still had enough time to make it to the airport, but I just realized early on I'm not going to be able to rely on that public transportation the same way that I was in New York. But it doesn't bother me. Now I like driving because no one's honking their horns, it's not stressful, I'm not stuck in gridlock traffic. Usually it's a wide open country road. Driving from place to place is super easy to get around, and it's just kind of part of what makes living here a little bit slower and a little bit nicer. The other con is the cultural adjustment. Now, in my opinion, this can be both a pro and a con, because one of the first things that you'll notice when you settle down in Baldwin County is the unique rhythm or pace of life here. Let's just say that this slower pace allows you to breathe, savor what it's truly like to live, and have more free time. It's about a fundamental shift in how you're going to experience your days. The Southern hospitality isn't just cliche around here. It is truly woven into the fabric of daily life. So when you are waiting for a coffee at the coffee shop, or finding yourself chatting with neighbors over fences, exchanging waves with passersby, and being welcomed into the local gathering with open arms, remember that sometimes that comes with slower people on the road and slower service in the restaurants. Just get over it. Don't get upset about it. Here, businesses are often going to be closed on Sundays, so be sure to plan ahead. Stores might close early, but this creates just a natural pause in the week. It encourages family time, encourages more relaxation and community and engagement, and you just might find yourself out exploring more local parks, hosting a backyard barbecue, or simply enjoying a quiet day at home to regroup and refresh without the pressure of running errands or keeping up with a hectic schedule. It took me about a year to fully decompress and get used to that, but now I embrace it and I love it. So Alabama is slower paced, and it is more traditional than some folks expect. The gender roles are very traditional, which has been great for having two girls that go out on dates and get asked to parties, and having all of that traditional opening up of the door and waiting for someone to go by and yes ma'am, no ma'am is all part of the culture here, and it's something that I really have grown to love and appreciate. So, what do you think? Does Alabama sound like it might be the right move for you, whether you love the affordability or the charm, or you're worried about heat and hurricanes? It is all about finding what fits your lifestyle. And if you want to know more, that's what I love to do. I help people that are moving here from all across the country, and we are getting calls every single week. So if we can help you, sign up in that link in the description below. I'm happy to jump on a call with you. Or if you don't want advice and you just want to chat, I'll tell you all about Baldwin County. So don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell for more Baldwin County real estate insights, and I'll see you on the next video.